Hello, everyone. It is Transformational Tuesday. Linda Talafero, career strategist, where I help people position themselves so they can get their shoulder tapped for the next level opportunity. And I know it's been a while. We didn't have a Transformational Tuesday last week, and I've missed you. So I am excited about being back this Tuesday. We're continuing the series of 8 reasons why you may be stuck and you're not getting that next level opportunity. And so today I'm going to talk about the sixth reason. Yes, the sixth reason why it may be the case that you're stuck. And what I'm going to talk about is managing conflict. The fact that you're stuck, it may be that you are not managing conflict well or not managing it at all. Some of you that have been following me for a while may remember where I talked about executive presence. I tend to talk about it a lot because it's a critical piece of being ready for leadership positions, next level opportunities, be it even leading initiatives. And there's a piece of executive presence that's called gravitas. That gravitas is made up of various things, and one of them is how you handle chaos and conflict. Are you level headed in a situation that might be getting out of control? Do you handle disagreements in a very courageous fashion, in a very calm manner? Are you able to gather a room of chaos and bring everybody's temperature level down and get them all pointed in the right direction? So that's part of managing conflict. But then we also experience conflict one-on-one with individuals. I know I have in my career, and I'm sure you have on a regular basis, experienced conflict, be it with a coworker, could be with your boss, could be with several individuals. So not just the executive presence piece with gravitas that's important, but foundational to that is how you approach it from a mindset perspective. And that's what I want to talk about in this Transformational Tuesday. Managing conflict is extremely critical because we're all human beings and we're not going to all agree. I mean, that's just natural. We're all different people. We come from different experiences, different lifestyles, different cultures, different everything. So we're not going to agree on everything. And being able to manage those differences and to do it in a successful manner is critical when you want to be in a leadership position or you want to be considered for an opportunity of whatever fashion that you have your eye on. So what I would offer to you are these 3 things I'm going to talk about tonight. First of all, if you're having conflict with either a coworker or a person, mindset's important. And what I would offer to you is to shift it from where you may be today and looking at that person in a very negative light and shift it to the point where people in general are good people. Now, let's talk about, I'm just going to put it out there because I'm not naive. We all know the temperature and all the issues we have going on in the US. If you're watching me from the US, be it socially, be it politically, all of those things. And this year has been beyond a challenging year. So I am not coming from a naive position when I say that generally people are good. I'm coming from a position of how you enter a situation of conflict or disagreement. It's from the position you enter it in that could make the world of difference. Now, if it's clear that the person is power hungry, that they stepped on other people, they have all kinds of people in their wake, that they have a reputation of being unnecessarily difficult, then okay. But we know we have those people in our careers, in our lives. But I have found 9 times out of 10 that people have good intentions. And if you enter into a conflict situation or a disagreement from that perspective, your ability to manage it successfully is much more apt to happen than it not. You control you. So, how you enter it from your mindset from the beginning is critical. So, I would offer to you to consider people first, basically, generally, are good people. They're intelligent people. They have the best interest for whatever the situation that is at hand at heart. At the same time, all of us have goals. We have targets. And I know you may have heard that, hey, it's a win-win situation. That's not always the case when there's a conflict. My modus operandi, the reason why I am doing what I'm doing, the reason why I'm at conflict with you, or the reason why I disagree is probably because I have an end in mind that may not line up with yours. So, once you come in from your mindset that in general people are decent, good, they get up in the morning and their mission is not to come and tear your life down, then the second approach, mindset shift I would offer you to take is that what is their end goal? And does it at all align with yours? Very important. Because if you're trying to work out a disagreement, if you're trying to manage conflict, and you can somehow bring those two worlds together, what your end goal is, what you have in mind, what you're trying to reach, and you can bring it somewhere in the general vicinity of the other person's end goal, the chances again of success are much more apt to happen. Much more apt to happen. The other thing I would offer you to consider is don't make it personal. Don't make it personal. Everything's not about you. Everything's not about Linda Talaferro and the fact that she drives a cream colored car and wears whatever on a regular basis, or her favorite color is red. I mean, everything's not about me. And if you don't enter into a disagreement with someone immediately taking it personal and making it personal, the chances of your successful resolution or consensus, which is always good as well, is also more apt to happen. There's no reason to make things personal when it's about the thing at hand, when it's about reaching whatever that target, that goal, that end resolution is. There's absolutely no reason to make it personal. So if you enter into a disagreement thinking people generally are good people, they're intelligent, they have the end in mind, we can find a common goal or at least get in the same vicinity of the goals of things we're trying to accomplish. And I can do this focused on the facts. We can get through whatever this discord is or why we got, everything to the left anyway, if we can just not make it personal and make it about the subject matter, then you are going to be successful at managing conflict. But if you notice, I started with the mindset first, because if we bring crap into situations, we most likely are going to get crap out. That's why it's so important for us to really do the reflective work to understand, why are we in this position to begin with, especially if it's constant for us. Why are we always at odds? There's most likely something else going on. So that's why I started with the fact that your mindset should shift about the individual or individuals. that you are struggling to work through an issue on. And of course, if all else fails, look, you had your mindset shift. You thought of, hey, they're coming from a good place. I'm coming from a good place. We have similar goals. Um, we were able to get to what I thought would be a consensus. I didn't take things personal, verbally, none of that. I didn't come from a personal perspective in dealing with them. And for some reason, we still can't get past whatever the conflict is, then it may need to get escalated. I always find that to be the last resort, but I only go there when I have done everything in my power that's possible to do. And I have been very open and honest and straightforward about it as well. Because if you're going to decide to escalate it, to get a third party involved, and when you escalate somebody of a higher authority, you don't want to do it behind the person's back. You want to do it straightforward and let them know that that's what's happening. And, therefore, they're not caught off guard. They can be straight up. And hopefully, maybe unnecessarily so, but sometimes it's necessary. You have a third person in the room to get to the other side of situations. But I find that to be few and far between when you should need to escalate things. Few and far between. But if that's the only option, do it, but do it with forthrightness. Do it still with the right intention and the right mindset. Do not do it from a personal, vindictive position. And then you come to a resolution in that way as well. As I said earlier, conflict is just part of what we do. It's not just in our careers. It's not just in our professional life. It's in our personal life. You guys know, you have heard me say, who we are personally is who we are professionally. So conflict is going to be ever present. How we handle it could make the world of difference in our ability to get our shoulders tapped for that next level opportunity, for our ability to be seen as someone that is a leader, that has the emotional intelligence to deal with relationship management, someone who has that executive presence and can take chaos and bring it down and turn it into progress. That can make all the world of difference. Managing conflict can really be the differentiator in some cases between you and someone else that's being considered. So that's my sixth reason. We're going to talk about number 7. Join me next week. I put a link for those of you who are watching this live on Facebook. There's a link to my private Facebook group on YouTube. You probably see it as well. Would love to have you join the private Facebook group. We talk about things like this. We support each other across this journey. I also give career tips only in that Facebook group. So would love to have you join there and share with us different ways that you're trying to manage conflict, and even some stumbling blocks, roadblocks, landmines. Those exist too when you're trying to go through conflict, and would love to support you in that space over there. So, sixth reason why you may be stuck and not getting to the next level opportunity is you're not managing conflict well. But you definitely can get on the other side of that by using a couple of my examples that I gave you tonight in Transformational Tuesday, and definitely applying some of the other things that we've talked about in the past. So appreciate you joining me. Don't miss number 7 next week. Take care.